Check it out! We finally caught up on Pokemon generations as we arrive at the most recent Galarian assortments. Devious smile. So, I know a lot of you guys have been highly anticipating this divisive generation of Pokemon to get its design opinions treatment with all of Galar's new versions and various alternate forms. Palpable disgust. Audible sigh. Well, anyway, keep in mind that, like always, our opinions are purely unbiased by the generation itself, and purely reflect the way that we feel about the actual Pokemon designs themselves. Disgruntled disrespect. Full disclosure, this generation turned us off from the Pokemon franchise to the extent that we actually stopped playing Pokemon after 24 years because of it. However, this was primarily due to the malicious, exploitative, and deceptive marketing and development tactics made by the Pokemon Company itself, and how it negatively affected its end product and community, and not at all due to the designs of the Pokemon themselves. For more information on our reasoning on this difficult decision we came to about leaving Pokemon, check out the video linked in the description below. Disapproving snarl. Are you just reading your script out loud? Come on, people clicked on this video to hear your honest personality giving straight-faced opinions on this generation and not any flat-faced filters. Devilish laughter. I'll be keeping a tally of how many Pokemon I like, dislike, or just feel indifferent to. And in the end, we'll get some solid numbers about how we feel about the generation. Keep a tally of how many Pokemon you like, dislike, or just feel indifferent toward, and share your results in the comments below. Brace yourself! Here's how I feel about every Pokemon in Galar! Stickhead monkey cat horking down fistfuls of peanut butter. Stickhead hot dog monkey cat after eating an inflatable dolphin. Afro gorilla with flesh leaves playing Donkey Kong Jungle Beat bongos. Half Meowth, half Baneri. Or Bunnelby, whatever, we have enough rabbits. Unlikable rabbit cosplaying as an unlikable 12-year-old Fortnite-loving brat. I swear to God now, they're officially furry baiting on purpose. Fitting the community's reaction to Gen 8, this Pokemon is perpetually crying. For all our sakes, Drizzle, remember, you don't cut across the wrists, it's up the arms. Do it right so we don't have to look at you anymore. I didn't think it was possible, but they finally did it. The two worst Pokemon concepts have finally been combined. Off-putting snarky cringe chasing and furry baiting all rolled into one! Borderline creepy Disney Channel squirrel mascot. You thought Sableye and Spiritomb were creepy. Oh no, this is the face of true unending nightmares. Generic bird whose eye literally clips through his head. About freaking time the inevitable generic bird line was purely flying. We forgot about Skarmory. Photoshop liquefy filter gone wrong. Looks like we all rolled a d20 for Gen 8 and landed that catastrophic 1. We forgot about Ledian. We forgot about Vulpix. Congratulations, it's tough to make a hateable fox, but I see that you guys have shattered my expectations once again. We forgot about Blossom. We forgot about Jumpluff. We forgot about Mary. Angry Ram cosplaying as a cow in a contest his mom forced him into that he would supposedly thank her for later. One of those small squeezy toys you find at the checkouts that inflates some sticky glob out of the toy like a cow taking a crap. Funny because this design is also bullshit. I used to legitimately love this awesome alligator snapper when we thought he was a single stage, but then after Choodle got revealed, it actually soured my impression of him so much I can't like him in the same way anymore. Electric type and a little unsettling in the eyes. Not exactly the corgi that we wanted, but it was the corgi that we deserved. And then it evolved into another generic dog that loses his precious ball fetch ability. We forgot about Roggenrola. Sentient minecart carrying questionable coal considering it must be formed from an ancient deceased Pokemon? Is this actually a zombie dinosaur? Dude, I think I just redeemed this dumpster fire. We forgot about Rhydon, and Aggron, and kinda Tyranitar. Okay, just assume a fetal position and think about the zombie dinosaur. You're straight up pulling my leg, right? Your new dragon is a freaking apple! Fittingly, this Pokemon exists inside an apple core. Because it's trash. You thought you were eating an apple turnover, but you actually just bit into a sickly dog's swollen pussy back tumor. Cosplaying Cobra crying through its mascara. Since nobody got the poor snake help, now it's attempting suicide. It's already losing color in its neck. If only it was snarky or anthropomorphic enough to be loved by the toxic children playing this game for them to notice its pain. We forgot about Pelipper. Okay, who fed the fish cocaine again? An awesome creature with a clear hiding a boner face. If Sarah from Land Before Time got a frontal lobotomy via soup spoon. Metalhead Gecko who got stuck in his potty training seat. Gummy Worm after being run over by a dump truck. Scoilopede except on fire and run over by a dump truck. Very reluctantly wins Best in Show. This Pokemon's name is straight up Clobblepuss. Are you guys sure about this one? It's Finger City, Bangkok. I guess it's fine. The kids go around proclaiming their love of Clobblepuss. Why not? Go clobble that puss, kids! We forgot about Octillery. When your research of region inspiration doesn't go an inch past borderline racist age-old stereotypes, maybe all Pokemon from Kalos should have had the runaway ability too. The collector in me likes the phony and antique concept, but not nearly enough to justify another sentient object Pokemon. Jigglypuff trapped under a gummy hat. Giant blue cough drop pooping a possessed pink giant-headed gnome. Halfway hatching chrysalis sperm monster wearing a witch hat. The worst drawn gremlin I have ever seen. The kind of crap the kid next to you at school draws in 30 seconds saying it's for his new Pokemon fan game he'll never make. Sunburned goth who thinks he's cool because he bought fake vampire teeth from Hot Topic. If Bayonetta were a furry goblin in dire need of braces. It wasn't enough to give Linoon an unnecessary evolution, but you had to go and give him a Gene Simmons makeover. Japan, let me remind you that it's not the UK that's obsessed with Kiss, it's you. Meowth apparently evolves into a grungy grandpa street cat high on weed and long due for his shots if he lives in the UK. Yeah, that's not racist. They straight up killed Corsola. Like they literally killed Corsola. Rip? It's funny at first until you realize that this evolution goes against everything that Farfetch'd was ever intended to be. The planets align and Mr. Mime manages to evolve into an even creepier pedophile than modern science can comprehend. A rune-styled Copagrigasalt that's name tests my dyslexia to the extreme from accidentally saying something that is straight up racist. The happiest little spent condom you've ever seen. Yet another edible Pokemon and yet another with a million alternate forms. Just remember, when choosing your team, you can't clobble puss without getting all creamy. Pokey and Wiggler from Mario made gross awkward ball babies that clip through sloped terrain, only capable of walking on hills as flat as this game's ambitions. We forgot about Pukey-Mewkyu, but this time he's a sea urchin. That's electric type, by the way. See the yellow? Rubber sex toy with a perky butt of its own. Even though we have plenty of moths already, I gotta admit, this one's pretty nice. Doesn't exactly justify an ice type insect, but let's not go there. Stonehenge. That's English, right? You'd have to be a total blockhead as well to think this was even remotely a good idea. Or that penguins live anywhere near the north. We forgot about Meowstic. And Audino. God, what is wrong with their waists? I tried hard to like the hamster Pokemon for obvious reasons, but we couldn't have asked for more of a hateable Pikachu knockoff than this. We forgot about Phanpy. We also forgot about Donphan when we made this awkward, blocky tofu elephant. The immeasurable disparity of my abysmal disappointment with Pokemon intentionally designing Pokemon based on horrendously bad and outdated mistakes in science is boundless! What kind of brain-dead, Tide Pod munching moron would honestly believe that this is how these fossils would combine together to the extent that they would invent hopelessly awful fanfic Pokedex entries where the game straight up tries to pass these abominations off as real? I'm not kidding. This isn't a joke. Read the Pokedex. Though I wish I could give all four of these collective middle fingers to all that is science and evolution the least favorite stamp, we need to step back and facepalm for the scientists who honestly believe that this giant fish head belonged on the obviously irrelevant Tyrannosaur tail when the freaking hind legs aren't even facing the right direction! Toddlers do better assembling like objects than the actual scientists in the Pokemon universe! Imagine an actual Dunkleosteus Pokemon. Well, we almost got that, but the dimwit designers thought that it made more sense to put its head on upside down in an awkward L shape. By the way, it's not even the right fish bottom. These four fossils were just two heads and two unmatching bottoms mashed together. God, I can't even look at them anymore. I honestly get too mad. We forgot about Gigalith. Derpy, spelled wrong. And now it invited over company without your permission and won't leave. And now it's clear its friend is abusive to the derpy lizard, using it as literal ammunition, but you're still too frustrated to care. Great Grey Wolf Sif from Dark Souls. Another game that hates you, but in a totally different way. Can somebody stop Creatures Inc. from coloring in new Pokemon with the same 3 primary colored crayons they got from the restaurant? And here's what happens when you try to draw with your eyes closed. Used in this game to forcefully divert the player's attention during the Elite Four challenge because padding. We forgot about Pancham. So what if Pangoro, but sock and throw? I'm sure that'll excite players. We forgot about Zero. God, whatever the yellow ugly event thing was from the last game, except now it looks like an angry cigarette-addicted monkey going cold turkey. Okay, I can joke about bad designs and all, but when you mess with my Reggie Ho and homeboys, you just made it personal. Okay, straight up question. Can anyone imagine a less inspired design for a dragon-type Reggie than just making it a literal dragon mouth? Or Charizard mouth, who's not even a dragon! They asked for an ice unicorn, so we drew this mock-up in a few minutes and kind of gave up on trying to make it have literally any personality at all. Emo My Little Pony. Baby deer born with Chernobyl-level brain tumors. Oh, and for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, it chose to go for some cold and heartless pony rides. Get it? Because they're ice and ghost type, but no? Oh, alright, moving on! Is there some social commentary I'm missing here where the Meowth from the UK is grungy and hairy with horns and black money glued to his forehead? Arriving about a decade late to the My Little Pony craze with a blatant knockoff. Same as Ponyta, but feels extremely out of place. Oh god, Rapidash, what have they done to you? When your regional differences amount to, well, the Slowpokes are a little more yellow here. Is he actually dying from poison this time? God, everything's dying in this gen, just like my respect for the franchise. Too over-the-top and counter to far-fetched proof of concept to forgive. Doug Dimmadome disapproves of Japan's blatant social commentary against the UK, considering how messed up their own country is to begin with. Stop fapping to underage schoolgirls and then we'll talk pollution, Japan. Who let this child rapist convict into the circus? Articuno went through a goth phase where it decided to steal Lugia's constantly forgotten typing. Hold on, let me get this straight. You turned one of the coolest Kanto legendaries into a freaking ostrich?! Allow me to fittingly bury my head in the dirt until this is all over. Dark-type Moltres with Ho-Oh's beak, and even though he's obviously on fire, isn't fire-type anymore. He's also crapping 2 fire tails, because whatever. You've got to have your own head crammed up the Pokemon Company's filthy anus farther than this to find this Slowking disgrace forgivable. You know, something is really freaking wrong when I have to give out a Best in Show award to a Pokemon that I don't even like. Man, and I liked Corsola. Zigzagoon did nothing to you! Why'd you go and draw on the poor thing's face while he slept like that? The UK does have a big underground punk music scene, but is Japan really so out of touch with music to honestly think that Kiss is even in the same ballpark? I didn't like Darumaka to begin with, but they managed to turn it into a creepy snowman bowling ball. Some designs are so horrible, you just can't help but pretend they don't exist. Yamask wearing stone shorts with the drawing of a penis on them and trying to see how long he can wear them in public before getting in trouble. One of the stupidest ideas for an alternate form I have ever seen. Sorry, Stunfisk, I can't even look at you long enough to creatively roast your repulsive redesign. Venusaur so high on dopamine that he's literally got clouds in his model. So why did London Bridge fall down? Well, it looks like if you ask Japan, it was Gojira, of course. Or rather Charizard cosplaying as him. Just add more cannons! Yes, this is real. I know it looks completely stupid, but I swear to God, this is real. Looks like an unused megaform for Butterfree back from when they made Beedrill. Though I always preferred old school Chubby Chew, seeing him return for such a garbage gimmick feels more like a slap in the face than nostalgic joy. Why not make Meowth turn into the Longcat meme? Because this entire game is just a giant meme anyway! I remember when this leaked and thought it was too poorly made and grossly distorted to be real. Little did I know that that was the theme of this generation. Bouncy House Gengar. We made Kingler a Japanese spider crab with a frothy rabies beard and straight up put molars inside his claws, because that makes him hardcore. Lapras is now unironically a literal cruise ship. Now before I abandon ship and keelhaul myself, just know that his neck really is that distorted in the model. It's not just badly drawn foreshortening. God, this is awful. See, it's different. The fluff goes up now, and the clouds go around one ear for some reason. So after we iced Snorlax in the woods, we straight up planted trees and shrubbery inside his flesh. Man, this is so messed up. Almost as much as when he fingers you to death. Oh God, look! It's the physical manifestation of Gen 8! Also, randomly, the only Gigantamax form that's not from Kanto or Galar. Well, of course, aside from Melmetal, exaggerated to the point of ludicrous absurdity. Look, Mom, I can play the drums! I swear this entire generation is just a horrible nightmare I can't wake up from. Goodness gracious, great balls to suck! Yeah, sure, why not give Pokemon guns? Now we can finally end this eternal suffering. I legitimately didn't realize this was an alternate form until I had to look up the exact list, considering how it looks, I don't know, exactly the same as the original? Just in case you didn't already get the obvious UFO theme before, we wanted to help you choke on it until you throw up little gray men. You took one of the tiny handful of Pokemon I liked this gen and made him Blastoise. Yeah, that's just Blastoise. Okay, this time I swear to God, I can't tell the difference between this guy and the normal one. A mentally challenged Dory from Mario marinating in a tub of caramel. I love how these designer dunces put the red clouds over the head like all the others, even when he's straight up supposed to be a freaking tornado. Even when he tries this hard, he still can't get people to notice his pain. When you skewer a gecko between an electrical plug and the wall socket and toss the toaster in the bathtub. Chinese dragon fire centipede doesn't exactly fit the theming, but at least it's It's cool. Wait, why do the clouds only follow the tip of the tail? I'm straight up struggling to see what's different about this giant sperm witch monster. How on earth does this even relate with the rest of the evolutionary line at all? For those of you not familiar with this generation, my proof is in your confusion as to what this even is. Of course it's a giant cake. Womp from Mario 64, but with a water slide coming out of his face. Though the concept is just plain awful, I love that you can now battle with corporate. Human Resources sends their regards! What's even with this obnoxious colossal gimmick doing in a game based on the UK culture anyway? Japan, name some things that you'd expect to see if you traveled to the United Kingdom. Football? Yes. Corgis? Yes. Kaijus? No! And with that out of the way, here's our final scores for Galar. Wow. Okay, let's be perfectly clear that we were being equally as critical of this generation as all the others that came before it. This was just our honest opinion of the bunch. It's not our fault that the designs in this gen were predominantly repulsive, rancid abominations, pissing in the face of the brand, resulting in an unhealthily palpable fanbase schism. To be perfectly clear, we hate making videos where we rile up toxic fan bases like this one, so if you only clicked on this video just to dislike it and vent about why your opinion is better than someone else's, then you need to step back and realize that you're part of the problem that's ruining this game's fandom. Nobody wants to be a factor bringing down the game and community that they love. But if you're blindly defiant about these designs just to perpetuate the ongoing and quite irrelevant arguments about Gen 8's quality or lack thereof, then you're just playing with yourself. Special thanks go out to Erica this week for assembling all of this Pokemon's Generation artwork, and for allowing me to steal her hilarious description of Toxel. Erica is Twisted Iris, by the way, in the comments, so if you see her down there, be sure to thank her. Oh, do you have an idea for a new episode of Playing With Myself? Join the discussion, I know how to speak, over on Discord using the new Patreon perks to nominate and vote on future episodes. The Patreon members get first picks, so make sure you check out the links in the description for some more information. And as always, thank you to our amazing Patreon members who keep this channel going. Atomic Thomas, Cameron, Arrow, Kai, Ben, Rowan, Erica, Squad Fam, Sid, and Denny. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like the videos and subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.